flower folks, welcome to Sheer Inspirations. My name is Sheer and I'm a botanist, horticulturist, founder of Sheer Inspirations located in Southern California, High Desert Zone 8B. In today's video, we are going to be talking about growing hyacinths as a perennial, vase life tips, fertilizing, and growing care. This is a wonderful bulb that can be grown from zone 4 to zone 9. As a perennial, it will not multiply, but it will continue to come back year after year. If you are in zone 10 and 11, you will need to dig it up and store it in the fridge for about 12 weeks and then replant, or you can treat them as an annual and just grow every single season. The key point here is that they need 12 weeks of temperatures between 32 to 45 Fahrenheit in order for them to bloom. These hyacinths that you see in my garden are growing here for the last 3 years. I have not found a disruption of lower flowers or less production or anything of that sort. They do not neutralize, but they do continue to come back year after year looking the same. This is how they look the first year and this is how they look this year. As for fertilizer, give it phosphorus rich fertilizer and make sure that you're not giving it too high of nitrogen, otherwise it's just green growth and very small flower. So anything that has a bloom booster fertilizer, if you're wanting to get the synthetic ones, if you want organic kinds, make sure that you are using the phosphorus rich variety. Also, the vase life on these is phenomenal. It lasts anywhere from 7 to 9 days. The fragrance is absolutely amazing. If you are not one of those folks who like very strong scents, this is going to be a turn off. They do have a tendency to trigger migraines in certain people. The entire plant is toxic. So if you're growing it around your pets and your children, or you're allergic to them yourself, make sure that you're wearing gloves. I personally don't find any allergies with the sap or the flower or the bulb, so I just use my bare hands with it. But as for the fragrance, it is very, very strong and it will light up your entire room with its fragrance, just one of these stalks. So one stalk and one bouquet is enough. Now, talking about when to bury them into the ground. If you are in zone 4 to 9, you can go ahead and plant them in fall, September or October, of course before the ground is frozen. If it's where the ground never freezes, you can go up to December and they will still bloom for you. Also, something to note here is when you are harvesting these, there's a sap that comes out. I've done experiments and research to show and share that would they kill other plants or not. They actually don't kill other plants. They don't kill other stalks of flowers. This is not the same as a daffodil sap where it stops the flower from drinking any water. So in this particular scenario, that's more of a myth that goes that you are not supposed to put these with other flowers. I have not found that to be the case, and I freely arrange these with other plants, other cut flowers in my arrangements, and none of the other flowers die. So that's been my research. Also, I have seen these pulled all the way up from the bulb when used in arrangements at the florist, thinking that they're not going to rebloom. I find that to be such a waste because that's a perfectly good bulb that's going to reproduce. All these flowers that you see here, the bulbs were planted back in 2018. And this is the third year that they're blooming. Actually, 2017, my bad. And they bloomed in 18, 19, and 20. This is the third year. And I have not seen any disruptions in production. I personally have them in a place where once they are gone, the leaves are gone, that I can plant something else. So in this bed, I have tulips and hyacinths and daffodils. And once they're gone, all the perennials like hydrangeas and elderberry and all those come up. You see here, this is an arrangement that has just one hyacinth in the center, the pink one. And it smells amazing. In the one area that I have it sitting, I have one in the living room, one at the coffee table, one in the bedroom side table. And every single one of those is enough to just make the entire room so fragrant that you don't need candles, at least for the time being, while the flowers are around. The plants, as I was mentioning earlier, the entire plant, the bulb, flower, and stalk is poisonous. So make sure you're wearing gloves, make sure that you're not eating them, make sure that your pets are not eating them, and so on. If you are allergic to the sap, make sure that you wear gloves. If you are also not a fond of very strong scents, this may end up giving you a migraine, so be careful with that. Here's another one, a purple one that I had harvested, and I have them with daffodils and tulips and serenthi, and they did wonderfully in the entire time the vase lasted, for about a week. So when you're growing them for perennials, you can grow them in from zones 4 to 9. Leave them in the ground, don't pull them up. They will keep coming back. They will not neutralize, but they will continue to grow. Fertilizing, make sure you give it phosphorus heavy fertilizers for good blooms. And as for harvesting, go all the way down at the stem and cut. And you don't need to condition them unless you want to. I have not found a difference. All of these were arranged right after cutting, and I've been doing so for the last 3 years. As I was mentioning, that's the research that I have done, and I have found no difference. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.